Hey guys, what's up? Rajat here from VFX World. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fine. So guys, this is Element 3D class 7 where I'll show you how you can use rig character inside of Element 3D by using few simple steps. So without wasting any time, as I always say, let's get started. So guys, right now we're in After Effects and this is version 2020, and if you notice that animations looks just amazing, so realistic. The hand movements, the leg movements are so realistic. So if you don't know about rigging, then if you can't do that, no guys, you can do. The process is very simple. So first of all, what you have to do, you just have to Google, and over there you have to go to this Miaximo site. Okay, those who guys are following me from last 2.5 years, they know that I already made a video on Miaximo, that how you can use these cool animations and you can download it. So if you are still not watched that tutorial, you just have to go that tutorial and watch that. Just amazing. Link is in description. In fact, you can click this I button for watch that tutorial, and in front of the screen you can see that thumbnail also. Okay, so just tell me in small brief that these are characters and these are the animations. If you click any of this, the character will be automatically being updated and animate like this. If you can see, then you have to download it, and just simply it will download in FVX, frame per second, with skin or with animation or keyframe reduction and all. So for more details, you just have to check that tutorial. Okay, so I'll jump to After Effects first, like this. So now how you can import it in all. So before doing import it in Element 3D, you just go through with few simple steps. So first of all, as you all know, in Element 3D we are not using direct rig character in FBX format. So for that, what you have to do, you have to export this animation from FBX to OBJ in a sequence format. And as you all know, we can't render sequence in from 3ds Max, but yes, we can export it by using Blender. But there are many ways to export OBJ sequence from 3ds Max. So first of all, I'll show you both process from Blender and 3ds Max. So let's start with 3ds Max. So this is the character which I imported in 3ds Max like this, and after that you have to use a simple script. The script link is in description. You can free download it from there. Now you can see this character is animated and this character is in FVX format with cool rigged. So for that, what you have to do, select this character after importing and then go to the scripting and run script. Over there you can see, when you download that script, you can see this script called OBJ Exporter 8 Fun. Just click it, it will come like this. So these are the script which actually can help us to export OBJ in a sequence format. So first of all, press open. It means a browser open. Then you have to select your location. Now I'm selecting like OBJ, and then just press OK, and simply you have to take a name like OBJ again, and then just press save. Now the frame range, like start frame and the end frame, and after that you just have to press export. When you start clicking export, the entire 0 to 136 frame range OBJ, each and every frame, it will export it. Okay, now let me show you about how you can use it by using Blender. Now let me tell you that Blender is a free software. So if you go to this Blender site, you can simply download and install. And let me open this Blender software. No need to know anything about Blender in detail. It's just very simple. So when you open the Blender first, it will look like this. So first press A on your keyboard. So all will be selected. Then press delete. After that, click here file. Then go to import, and over there you can see there are so many options. Then we have to import that FVX file. So click this FVX. After that, you have to go to your what you can say, that location where you download it, and then you have to click this. So when you download it, it will look like this .fvx format, and you just have to click and import FVX. So now when it will import, it takes a little bit time. Now see, it's already imported, and if you notice that this character is completely animated inside of this Blender software. Now Blender is a very lightweighted software, easy to use. That's why so many artists are preferred this Blender. Now select all. Now go to file, now export, then this option wavefront.obx, that just click it. After that you have to select your location. So let's select this one like Videocopilot or something like that, then export. Before clicking export, you just have to check few options like animation window should be turned on, and the others option like OBJ as a the objects adds OBJ objects should be turned on, and go to this geometry option. Over there you can see the smooth grooves. If you want to be the smooth, then you can turn it on, but by default the character is so much smooth. So after all, then just press OBJ export. That's it. So when export will completely done, I have to go to the After Effects. So let's jump to After Effects. Right now we are in After Effects, and first of all, let's delete all this and let's take a new composition. So press just delete it like this. Now guys, I am taking a new composition by using our main footage. So our composition is right now created. So now, as you all know, the main frames are 136 frame. If you notice that character animation is only 136 frames duration. So let's take around 208 or 10 frames or 12 frames like this. Then press N on your keyboard, then right click, trim to comp area. So right now this much area will be worked. Now I am decreasing this in quarter mode because this already is in 4K. And guys, you can download this footage from a link which is already in description box below. So just go and download that link. In future I'll upload my all video footages link one by one in a Google Drive link. So now this footage is imported, and right now what you have to do, you have to 3D track this. If you want to stabilize this, you can stabilize it, but I don't need this stabilize because this footage shake I really need for creating so many realistic movement. Now click this, and after that go to animation and track camera. When you click track camera, it will start tracking in a 3D track. Now see, it's a 4K plate, so it will take some time for 3D track. Okay, so the 3D track is completely done, and if you notice, the only this much area will affect it because the 3D tracks are really well, and we don't need the rest of the areas for 3D track. Now this is a 4K plate, so make sure your CPU should be in a good enough capacity so that you can load this kind of footage. So first of all, let's select, I'm selecting these many points because I want to create some a position to the character will stand. Then right click, create a solid or camera. You can use create a null and camera, anything. I'm selecting let's create a null and camera. I already preferred this null, so just make it, scale it up. So let's see that tracks are happening really good or not. Yes, the tracks is really good. It's stick on his own space. Now right click, new solid, and as you all know, we have to take our element 3D layer. So element 3D. Now just make it okay. After that, right click, Videocopilot element. Yes, and the first time, as you all know, element 3D will take some time for load. Yes, now it's come. Now go to the scene setup. Now guys, how you can load this as a sequence? As you all know, we can't load it in sequence in element 3D, but you can. First of all, what you have to do, you just have to click import, right? But in this time, you can do from file, import, and 3D sequence. See, then just click this 3D sequence. Now I already exported this before doing this tutorial, so I'm just importing that one for this tutorial. Now if you notice, these are my all OBJ sequence with material including. Then just click any of this from one, like click it, and it will come like this. Now if you want the model should be centered, then you can select this, but I want the model should be in the bottom line. Just click this bottom line, and the rest of the material options, if you want the standard shader, different, but I select the physical shader, and everything will be select automatically, and then just press OK. Now when you press OK, you can't see anything because the character is very small. So for that, what you have to do, just click this normalize size option. So now see, the character is right now here. Now you can't play it here, but you can see there's a one option will popped up here. It's called baked animation. So it's a start frame, this is the end frame, this is a frame offset. So when you're increasing the frame offset, you can see the character is moving. Really cool, right? In front of element 3D, you can see this kind of thing for the first time. And these are the very simple secrets which is in already in element 3D. Those who guys don't know in detail element 3D, for them only I'm creating this tutorial. Now if you open this, you can see the body and the lower body both are in separate options. It's a very good. So now if you notice, the vertices are very high, so you can decrease this by using this option which is called optimize mesh. When you click this, you can see it will reduce so that your system will not getting so hang. Now it's reduced in a so higher value to lower value. So now you have to put some textures in it, but before doing texture, you just have to put a simple texture, and then you have to go to the comp and do all the setups, then you come with your textures. So for that, I'm using this simple metal diffuse and just change the environment. Now I want the environment to be a room environment, so I'm taking this lobby blurred. So now it create a yellowish kind of thing. Let's turn on this environment so that you can see. Now see, now go to environment option. I'm just increasing the brightness a little bit because my already the main scene is too much brightened. A little bit contrast it, and the saturations a little down. Okay, now press OK, and after that press OK here. Now if you notice, the character is right now floating on that ground, or like which he selected as a ground. Now I want the character on this area, so let's go to this frame. Okay, now select this track and press P for position. Now go to element 3D, group 1, particle replicator, and then just select this, Control C, and select this, Control V. Now this is X, this is Y, and this is Z. So this is X, this is Y, and this is Z. So what do you have to do? Just copy and paste their positions here for all the times. Now Control C and Control V. Now what happened? This character is in same space. Now you have to scale it down. So just go to particle look, scale it down, 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 like this. And now would have to make it cool positioning. Now like this, you can make it cool positions like this. Now fine, it's look really amazing. Let's see. Now I don't want this character from at least, I want the reaction should be in a rotation way. Now that is, he's reacting on backside. Now you can rotate it. Just go to the rotation value and rotate in Y axis like this. So before doing this, you can just use 180 so that it will rotate like this. Now what you have to do, you have to make this character in Z depth a little more closer like this. Fine. And make this characters like this, and the positions, yeah, now it's fine. Now if you notice, the characters are from this angles. Okay, now I want the character will come from this camera angle, so I'm just making this layer to here. Okay, now what happened, when you play, the character is actually walking from here, see, and after that it will reacting from here like this. Let's go with create this so much realistic. Now go to the scene setup again. Now what you have to do, you have to create a floor by using a simple cool card. Now the floor is already reflective surface, so go here like a card, and after that click it like this. Now guys, I'm making this tutorial really fast, so if you have any issues, then please do comment like that. Then I'll try to slow it down my tutorial talking style, but I think this speed is good enough. What do you guys suggest? Comment down below. Now what you have to do, you just have to go to this material option. Now anything you can choose it from here. I select this black glass like this, and after that go to this one and then just mirror surface. Now I don't want this black glass here, so for that what you have to do, click this black glass, go down, 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 and over there matte shadow, matte reflection. Now see, the reflection is coming. The reflection is very less, so what you have to do, go to this reflective surface option and increase your reflection value like this, and little bit glossiness, little bit, very less, because the floor is completely reflective surface. Now see, this is fine. Now after that you have to work with this the material options. So let's work with this. So anything you want to put here, I preferred anything. So for this tutorial, I'm not using this icon urban decay, because these things are very, very heavy, but I'll show you. But I'm not using this because if I use this for this tutorial, maybe it can be crash. So I'll just show you, because these are already downloaded. You can download it from any site. You can just type like icon urban decay shaders. Now go to the physical shaders. See, you can see this. See, when I click this, it will take some time. Now double click here. Now you can see these are the cool textures. Material is already pre-installed. Now see, whoa, very nice, right? So this you can use. So that I am not using this because maybe it can be crashed. So for safety reasons, I'm using only this kind of things. Okay, so now this is fine, this is fine. If you want to use anything, so let's select this one for this tutorial. I hope you guys already love this. Now if you want any illumination which is reflecting from here, you can use, just go to here, go to the illumination tab, click this load texture, and let's select from pictures. I'm taking this one, and just press OK. Go to this illumination tab. After that, increase this intensity. Now you can see these are the cool lines are visible here. Now go here, change your colors, anything you want to use. I preferred always this kind of blue or red, so for that you can use. Or if you want these lines to be very small, what you can do, go to this UV, and you can use, there are so many UV options. Or else you can increase this UV repeat to 5x5, so that it will increase it like this, and you can increase this intensity so that it look really amazing. And if you want this texture in a bump map, you can use it by copy and paste it so that it will look like, but I don't think it's a good idea, so you can don't use, but you can use it in glossiness as well. Same thing. Now see, it will look like this. Decrease this glossiness so that it will reflecting like this. Cool, right? If you want to change the colors, you can change it in any time. Now see, It's look really amazing. So let's use this green value, or let's, yeah, this is a good because it's already golden, so these colors are actually working with this. Now press OK. After that, when you're happy with this, just press OK. Now see, it will automatically being update and the reflections are looking so realistic. And if you want the reflection to be little bit less, I just want to do that because the reflections are so hard, and for that just go to this one, go to this go to this characters model, this plane model, and after that you just select this material and go to this option and just decrease this little bit, like 59%. Now if you notice, the reflections are looking really good. Now when you're happy with this, you have to work with this some render settings. Go to render settings, over the ambient occlusions, turn on this ambient occlusion. Now see, the shadows are coming, and increase it like around 8. It is good. Now see, some dust are here looking. So for that, what you have to do, you just have to increase the samples. Let's take it 16. See, that's good. If you want to increase it more, you can increase it, but based on your system configurations. So make it fit to screen. After that, what you have to do, you can use physical environment, rotation and all. I preferred some rotations you should check, so that maybe the light setups will be good enough. And after that, you can increase the gamma a little bit. And if you want this photo as an environment, you can use it from here. Just use it. So now see, this image is actually as an environment projecting on this character model, but I preferred don't use that, very bad, but you should use a simple environment. Now you can use this light influencer, so just increase this or decrease this, you can use it. You can use a single separate light, but here is no hard light is visible, so I'm using only this light for this. So increase the exposure a little bit so that it can be exposed like this. And after that, if you want any default pre-installed light, you can use it from here. Let's select the basic light so that the light will hit on this chest area. And after that, there is no other things. Now if you want to use some camera depth, because when the character is walking from this area, this should be in defocus, and when you come hit in this area, it will come in focus. So simply you just go to camera settings like this and turn on this depth of field. Now what you have to do, you just have to adjust your depth of field. Let's see what happened. Yeah, now it's fine. Now see, it's already in focus. This frame, this is out of focus, and this frame, this is completely in focus. Now after that, you know all that how you can use color corrections and all, and when you're completely done, it will exactly look like this. So guys, I hope you really enjoyed this cool Element 3D rigging process by using few simple steps. So if you really love these videos, and if you want more, then don't forget to comment. Just make sure guys, you have to follow us on our social media handles like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and Twitter. All links are in description box below. In future, I'll come with more interesting good contents about Nuke, After Effects, Photoshop and many more. So for that, you have to subscribe our channel VFX World. Also, you have to press the bell icon for further notifications. I will see you in my next video. Till then, have fun, stay healthy and keep rocking VFX World.